Hello everyone, Carson here back on Sudoku on New York Times. Today is June 3rd, 2024. Let's start today's hard Sudoku. Sorry, my mouse is a bit broken today, so I'm gonna have to use my the touchpad embedded in the computer. So I'm just using the touchpad here, so it might be I'm not used to it. Might be a bit slow and inconvenient for me, but that's my only option for now because my mouse is kind of broken. But yeah, I'll try my best. Right, anyway, let's get this started. I see that these 5s points left, so in block 1, the digit 5 is forced into one of these two cells, and then because of these 5s, the digit 5 in block 5 is forced into one of these two cells. Gosh, it's really slow, I'm sorry. Okay. These 5s point down, and this cell sees another 5. So in block 9, the digit 5 is forced into one of these two cells. The 7 points right. So in block 8, the digit 7 is forced into row 8, and then these 7s points right. This cell also sees another 7. Okay, these 7s point up. So in block 1, the digit 7 is forced into one of these two cells. This 8 points right. So in block 6, the digit 8 is forced into column 8. No, sorry, column 7. The digit 8 is forced into column 7 in block 6. Okay, these 4s force the digit 4 into this cell in block 5. These 4s point down, and this cell also sees another 4. So in block 7, the digit 4 is forced into this cell, and all of these 4s force the digit 4 into this cell in block 9. Okay, and then for the final digit 4 for this puzzle, it is forced into this cell in block 2. All 4s are placed, so I don't need to worry about 4s anymore. Alright, after I place this 4, this cell became the only cell available for 7, so it has to go here. 7 has to go in this cell, because it can't go anywhere else in this block. These 7s point up. Alright, now I notice another thing, which is these 7s. They kind of form a rectangular pattern, form a rectangular shape, and basically the 7s either go like this, or in the other possible option. So no matter if 7 goes like this or the other way, all of these open cells in block 2, which are in these two rows, must see the 7, and therefore cannot contain a 7. So in block 2, the digit 7 is forced into one of these two cells that are not in the two rows which see the other 7s. Or you could have just directly looked at row 1 and said that, oh, this cell sees 7, this cell sees 7, and this cell also sees another 7. So in row 1, the digit 7 is forced into one of these two open cells, which are both in block 2. So that also eliminates 7 from all other open cells in block 2. So the conclusion is none of these open cells can contain 7, and the 7 must go in row 1 in block 2. Now, the same thing goes for these 7s. Alright, you can just eliminate 7 from these open cells in block 5, or you could have just directly looked at column 5 and said that, okay, this cell sees 7, and of course, I just found out that these two cells cannot contain 7, this cell sees 7, as well as this cell. So, no matter for block 5 or for column 5, the digit 7 is forced into this cell. So you're going to have the same result, no matter how you're looking at the situation. Alright, these 5s force the digit 5 into this cell in block 5. And then these 5s point left. So in block 4, the digit 5 is forced into this cell, which eliminates 5 from this cell. Now in block 1, the digit 5 is forced into this cell. These 5s point down, and this cell sees another 5. Sorry, it's quite hard to control the touchpad. But yeah, still, I'll try my best. Alright, this one points left. So in block 4, the digit 1 is forced into row 6. And then these ones, with this one, force the digit 1 into this cell in block 5. Or you could have just looked at row 5. That's also fine. You're gonna end up with the 1 in this cell. No matter for the block or for the row. Alright, these ones point up. Okay, this 3 points left, and this cell also sees another 3. So in block 4, the digit 3 is forced into this cell. And then we got these 3s pointing right. Actually, the open cells in row 3 are 4, 2, 3, and 6. So I can mark those digits down. In block 1, 1, 6, and 9 are the digits that go into the open cells, and because of these 9s, it is forced into this cell in block 4, which then places the 1 into this cell in block 4, and this cell is a 6 to complete this block. Alright. We got 2 open cells left in row 6. One of the missing digits is the 6, but this cell sees another 6. So the 6 must go here for this row, which means that this cell is the 8, which also places the 8 in the cell for block 6. Alright, this 2-3 pair eliminates 2 from this cell, making this a 6. And these 2 cells form a 2-9 pair. In row 7, 2, 3, and 8 are the digits that go into the open cells. This cell sees 3, and this cell sees an 8. Alright, in column 2, 1, 7, and 8 are the digits that go into the open cells. This 2 points up, and this cell also sees another 2. So in block 1, the digit 2 is forced into row 2. This 1 points left, and this 1 points down. So in block 7, the digit 1 is forced into row 8. So these ones points right, and this cell also sees another 1. So in block 9, the digit 1 is forced into one of these 2 cells down in row 9. In column 5, 1, 3, and 9 are the digits that go into the open cells. This cell sees 1, this cell sees a 9, so it's 1 or 3 only, and this cell also sees another 9. So there we go. In column 5, these two cells see another 9, which means that the digit 9 must go into this cell for this column, because it can't go anywhere else in column 5, so it has to go here. Actually, earlier I could have known that. Actually, from the very beginning, I missed this. The digit 9 in block 2 is forced into one of these two cells, and these two cells form a 7-9 pair. Because in block 2, both 7 and 9 can only go into one of these two cells, and they share the same two cells. So these two cells form a 7-9 pair and eliminates all other digits from these two cells. This 1-3 pair, well, it sees other digits anyway. So the two open cells remaining that are not marked form a 6-8 pair. But this cell sees another 6. So in block 2, the digit 6 is forced into this cell, and the other one is the 8. Okay, these 8s, this 8 points down, so in block 8, the digit 8 is forced into column 6. Okay, this 3 points down, so in block 8, the digit 3 is forced into column 4. And then we got the 2's in, well, it's for now possible to be in any of the open cells in block 8. Okay, in row 1, we got a 7-9 pair, meaning that the other 3 open cells form a 1-6-8 triple. This cell sees another 1. Okay, this 6 points up, and the 6 that I just placed points left. So in block 1, the digit 6 is forced into this cell, which also eliminates 6 from these cells. Okay, after I place the 6, the cell is now forced to be an 8 because it also sees another 1. So this cell ends up being an 8, and this cell is a 1. Okay, this 8 eliminates 8 from this cell. Now, if we look at row 7, this cell sees 8, and this cell also sees 8. So 8 must go in this cell for row 7, because it can't go anywhere else in this row. So it has to go in this cell for this row. The two open cells in column 3 form a 1-2 pair. Okay, these 6's point down, and this cell also sees another 6. So in block 7, the digit 6 is forced into one of these two cells. These two cells do form a 5-6 pair, but I don't think it's really that important to mention. Alright, this cell sees 7 and 8 for this column, so it must be a 1. And up here we got a 7-8 pair left over. This cell sees another 1, so in block 1, the digit 1 is forced into this cell, which means that this is a 2, this is also a 2, and this is a 3. Nope, the other one is a 3. Okay, this is a 2. Press, please. Okay, it's really hard to control with the touchpad. I'm really not used to it, so I do apologize if I make some mistakes, but I'll get by it, don't worry. The digit 6 in block 3 is forced into row 3. Okay, these 2's point up, so in block 3, the digit 2 is... Well, this cell also sees another 2. So in block 3, the digit 2 is forced into this cell, which then places the 7 here. Points left makes this an 8 and this a 7. This is now a 3, this is a 1. We got a 3-6 pair in block 3, but this cell sees another 3, so 3 is placed into the other cell. This is a 6. We got a 5-9 pair in column 9, but this cell sees another 9, so 9 goes into the other cell. This is a 5. Points left. Eliminates 5 from this cell, making this a 6, and the other one is a 5. In column 8, we got a 6-8 pair remaining. This cell sees another 6, so it goes in the other one. This is an 8. Now, 1 must go here for block 9. This is a 3. Then must go here now. And row 9 is done. Okay, basically the whole Sudoku puzzle is complete. Basically. Just gotta place a few more final digits and we're there. Alright, so I finished today's New York Times Hard Sudoku in just over 16 minutes. Alright, so overall, I think that this puzzle is quite straightforward, but there were also some key spots that if you don't see, that you might struggle for quite a while. So it was the digit 7 that had to go, it was limited to certain cells in block 2. So the placement of 7 in block 2 and also the same logic that happened to the 7 in block 5. So yeah, how the 7 was placed in block 2 and then block 5. I think those were the key spots because that trick is quite useful when encountering situations like these. So make sure you know that. You'll definitely be able to use that in these kind of situations. So it's definitely quite helpful, and it definitely reduces the time you struggle with this puzzle. As soon as you spot that pattern, you'll get a digit placed, or you'll further limit the placement of that digit. So the 7 in block 2 and block 5, I think, were the key spots for this puzzle. Oh, and of course, later on the 7-9 pair in block 2, I could have found that very early on. I don't really recall any other tricky spots, so I guess mainly the digit 7 in block 2 and block 5. Let me know if I missed anything, or feel free to comment down below other way of approaches you might have taken, or if you have any other difficulties or questions to ask me, feel free to leave it in the comments. I'll be glad to reply you. I'll end today's video here. I'm also struggling with the touchpad, to be honest, so yeah, I do apologize if it's quite inconvenient, but yeah, today is June 3rd, 2024. See you all in tomorrow's New York Times Hard Sudoku Solve. Bye!